you only plant your farm in the spring, you're learning farming at 1x speed. If you plant every week of your season, you can learn 10 times faster. And if you haven't already, you should totally hit that subscribe button over here because I post new videos every week about farming veggies in your backyard and making an income by selling them. I'm Zach Buchel, and I'm a year-round veggie farmer in Cody, Wyoming. And I had zero farming experience before 2020, and now my half-acre farm earns $1,000 a week in the winter and $4,000 a week in the summer. So the biggest mistake I see beginner gardeners and farmers make is they only plant their land once in the spring. So it might take them a month to plant it all, but then they don't continue to plant after around Memorial Day. And so what that does is that only gives you one rep of planting throughout your entire season. And farming is just like any other skill. It takes reps, just like lifting weights, to get good at it. So the more reps that you're able to get in your season, the faster you're going to learn the skill and the better you're going to get. I'm only 5.5 years into my farming experience. I had none before 2020, and the only reason that I have the results that I've had is because I take this strategy really, really seriously. We plant every single week from February through October on my farm. So we continue to plant, and that gives me lots and lots of experience of growing carrots, radishes, arugula, lettuce. All of those different crops grow differently throughout my season, and now I'm planting them constantly throughout the season. I'm learning how they produce and how they perform in many different contexts. So I get lots of experience instead of just that one shot in the spring. So if you plant carrots once in your season, that's one repetition of going through the process of seeding the area, irrigating it, making sure they germinate, and then keeping it weed free until they produce. If you plant once per month through your season, that's 5 different repetitions of the same skill. So you're learning so much faster that way. And you're also producing a constant flow of food at the same time. So planting carrots in May versus July is a completely different thing too. So you're learning how to not just produce carrots better, but you're learning how to produce them in many different contexts throughout your season. The way to germinate carrots in March in a greenhouse is completely different than germinating carrots in August outside. It's just different because in the spring the soil's colder, moisture evaporates a lot less, takes longer for them to germinate. In the summer, it evaporates a lot faster. They'll germinate in 7 to 10 days, and you have to be a lot more on it. So you gain so much more experience and skill in farming by growing like this, where you continue to plant all different crops throughout your entire season from last frost date up all the way up until your average first frost date. If you keep doing that, you will learn how to farm way faster than the conventional knowledge out there. So if you'd like to try this in your climate, but you don't know when it's safe to plant about 20 to 30 different vegetables that you want to grow in your garden or your farm, I have a free annual planting schedule at my backyard farm launch pad at the link in the description below. It will walk you through how to customize your planting dates for about 30 different crops and allow you to check it weekly so you can constantly plant food throughout your entire season. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, grab my free backyard farm launch pad at the link in the description below. So here's how you can do this in your own backyard this season. Step 1 is going to be to plant your entire prepared growing space with either seeds that are safe to plant or transplants that are safe to transplant after your average last frost date. So, for example, this entire greenhouse is ready to plant, and we are going to plant the entire thing next week with a combination of different transplants we've started in the spring, and then about half of it will be directly sown seeds like carrots, radishes, arugula, stuff like that with our jang. So half the beds will be direct sown, half of them will be planted with transplants, and it's all going to be done in 1 week. So that will give us our initial planting for the season. Step 2 is you're going to check your annual planting schedule, which you can create one by getting my Backyard Farm Launchpad that's linked below, and check that every single week of your season and plant something that will mature in your season. And keep your nursery space full of plants at all times, just like this. So whenever you see an open spot, like over here or over here or over here, that means you have an opportunity to sow more seeds and get them growing indoors to give you ammo for when you have open space outdoors and you can transplant them outside. So constantly plant indoors every single week. So step 3 is, as you harvest every crop that you initially planted, you're going to immediately replant that same space after amending it and removing the crop residue to a direct sown crop that can mature in your season or a transplanted crop that you've already started in your nursery. So you're constantly replanting the same space with new food. So in real life here on my farm, we're doing this as we speak in this greenhouse. So everything that's green that you see right next to me is a winter crop that we've been growing all winter, and we're in the process of transitioning all of these crops into our spring crops. And all of the frost covers that you see behind me are covering our first spring crops of this year, where just a few months earlier we had our winter carrots in those beds. So we amended those beds after we harvested the carrots, and then we worked in the amendments in the soil, and then we immediately replanted to a second crop. And we just keep doing that throughout the entire farm all season, and we're able to get 2 to 4 succession crops in every single bed by using this system. So step 4 is basically just to rinse and repeat that entire process throughout your entire growing season, all the way until your annual planting schedule tells you that no crops on there have time to mature in your season. And so here's a real world example of this. These 3 beds next to me were all winter carrots that we've been harvesting slowly but surely all winter, and we harvest 1 bed a week basically. So about 5 weeks ago we harvested this bed. We immediately replanted to salad mix. About 3 weeks ago we harvested this bed, immediately amended and replanted to salad mix. About 2 weeks ago we harvested that bed. Now it's open and it's ready to be replanted. So this is like the assembly line of food in action, where you constantly have food at different levels of maturity just by basically harvesting your entire farm in succession too. So it's a really powerful way to grow a lot more food. It's a really powerful way to learn farming a lot faster than just planting in the spring and harvesting in the summer, because you're constantly learning throughout your entire season by the consistent planting, harvesting, and everything you do in order to produce food. So the bottom line is, it doesn't take 10 years to get good at farming. It takes reps. So stop trying to be perfect with everything that you plant and just get the reps in your season. Because the farmer who plants 20 times in their season is going to learn farming 20 times faster than the farmer who just plants in spring. If you're serious about starting a farm like this in your backyard, but you have no idea where to start, I have a complete seed to sale mentoring program and online course to help you become profitable your first season. In it, we go over no-dig farm layout, succession crop planning, plant propagation, sales and marketing, and everything in between you need to know to set up a sustainable, long-term farm business. If that sounds like your jam, you can apply for a strategy session with me at the link in the description below. Worst case scenario is we have a really nice chat and I send you on your way with some free resources to help you at whatever stage in the journey you're at. And if you want to go deeper down the backyard farming rabbit hole, you can watch this video where I go over a complete shopping list you're going to need to start your farm and where to buy everything you need. So if that sounds like your jam, watch this and I'll see you on the other side.